wow.
All actions underway.
Good evening, everybody. We will call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for March 14th, 2022 to order. May I please have a roll call?
Yes. David?
Here.
Bill?
Here.
Joyce?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Rob? Andy?
Here.
Okay. Would you guys like a motion to excuse Rob? He's ill.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Joyce was first. Bill? Roll call? David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
And Rob is excused.
All right. May David,
Yes.
will you please do the honors?
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provided for us today. And Lord, be with Andy as he presides over the proceedings. And Lord, be with us council members as we help make decisions. And be with our village tonight, Lord, and touch all the people there. And with our law enforcement. And be with our country tonight, Lord. And all the people in the Ukraine country, be with them tonight. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on February 28th, 2022?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All right.
That was Bill first.
And David?
second. Roll call? David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
And Andy?
Yes. In terms of the mayor's report, I don't think we have one this evening. Obviously, I'm not Marcy Darlington, but I am standing in for her this evening because she also is ill. So everyone, please go home and drink something with vitamin C in it, or take your vitamin pills, whatever gets you through the night, as it were. So the pro tem report will also be similarly brief. I noticed today that the grass is starting to green, and that's a good thing. That means that spring is hopefully around the corner, and that things are pointed the right direction. It also means we have work to do outside, so invariably you guys are all going to be seeing the village workers out, all of us out. We're going to talk a little bit about spring cleanup here in just a moment. Obviously, we're going to focus on some things that we're building up over the winter, like potholes and cleaning out the drains and so forth. So look for those things to start again in earnest here very, very soon. Do we have any public comment tonight? I don't believe we do,
No.
but we'll ask for that. Okay, no public comment. We also do not have an executive session, so we will go on to the department reports. And Mr. Dill.
You guys have the nature report in front of you. Anybody have any questions on that?
I guess the only question I've got, it just says civil process. Does that mean you're serving something?
Serving
That's what I
papers,
figured.
yes. And that could be, like papers I served for Courtney, anything like that.
Subpoena
Court
of some
papers.
kind, yeah.
All right.
I see on here unwanted guests, so we can call you anytime that happens.
Absolutely. Actually, Misty called me today for an
Oh, yeah.
unwanted guest.
Yep.
Okay.
So I took care of
Just
it.
checking for future.
That probably would have been trespassing though.
That goes along with me.
Yes. Good.
The only thing I've got is, as the weather starts getting warmer, the kids are gonna be out running around. If they're getting into mischief, please call us. Four kids got caught today, climbing on the fish stand,
Whoa.
on the roof,
On top of the roof.
on the roof. So please give us a call if you see them doing something that they should not be doing.
But don't use 911, right? Use the other number.
If they're doing something really, really stupid,
Of
call
course,
911.
absolutely.
But, with that being said, and they're being out, all the kids are gonna be out running around, nice weather. Becky's gonna have a lot for them to do. Watch your speed.
Hey, Jack, I got a
Pay
question.
attention, stay off your phone.
Is there different times for curfew times in the summer for kids than in the fall?
Yes, I've got them over here on the
Okay.
window if you'd like to look.
Okay, I'll take a look then. I want to see.
But other than that, that's all I have. Bicycles, if you've lost a bicycle, give us a call. We may have it.
Might have it.
Summertime's coming, I mean, we got a whole, down over the hill, there's a bunch, and over here in the office, we've got a bunch. So,
Yeah. At some point, do you ever, like, I know there's been some up there at the garage forever. At some point, do we ever just like consider them unclaimed and like offer them up to kids? Like,
we can come up with something with
What-
the solicitor on that.
I saw down at the community center, there's something coming up where people can take
The rummage sale?
the rummage sale, like their unwanted stuff, and anybody can come in and get anything they want for free or donate anything they want. And that's on the 26th, I believe. And I just thought, there's some kids that would probably love to have an old beat up bike. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. And some of them aren't old and beat up.
Right,
Some of
right.
them are nice.
The old
Right.
beat up one's better than none at all.
Right.
Right,
So yeah, maybe we can ask our solicitor about giving away old stuff.
yeah, I mean, we can put something on the website. If you've got a bike that's missing, reach out to us now. We'll give them 30 days to come and claim one, if they can identify it. If not, we can,
Yeah, I can ask them.
other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Report from the law director. Do we have one tonight?
We do not.
All right. Utilities clerk, I don't believe she comes to this particular meeting. She'll be at the end of the month. Building and zoning,
No
also,
updates.
also no update. All right. Fiscal officer,
I, however, do have updates.
absolutely.
As always, right? Okay, so as a reminder, I just wanted to let everybody know, we are going to be doing the valve exercising beginning tomorrow morning and through the late afternoon. So that will be, again, conducted on Tuesday, the 15th, and Wednesday, the 16th. So be also aware that there probably may be some changes in traffic direction. So if we are in the middle of the road and we're turning valves, we may have you wait for a period of time. We may be changing the direction to turn around, to go onto the other lane to get around. You may have a delay, so just be prepared for that.
Courtney, should we watch for water pressure too?
Yeah, so that was part of the rest of my,
Okay,
my
okay.
report, is that if you do have low water pressure, those are not what we're concerned about. It's only when you don't have any water. Okay, so I do know that the mayor has advertised this on her Facebook page. It's been on the website for the last 2 meetings. I do also have pamphlets that I had them create to explain to everybody the importance of the reason why we're doing this. Okay, so they have made pictures, they have explained the, effectiveness of this program, why we have to do it, and the importance of it. So these are all out in the lobby if anybody would like to pick those up, just to kind of give you an idea of, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're gonna do it. So that's sort of important to understand, is that you may have some discoloration. Again, let us know when it becomes severe, because these valves have not been exercised in years, okay? So you may get some sediment in there, let your water run a little bit, and we would only like for you to report it to us if you have no water, okay? So low pressure will be a problem, and hopefully just, not very long. So again, report anything that you see that's out of the ordinary with no water.
Is there any danger of any of these valves breaking?
Yes,
That's what I was
absolutely.
Anytime you
wondering.
move one of them, you got a chance of a break.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, again, that's what we're hoping for. I hope that we can say a little prayer that,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna break. But if that is the fact, then obviously we have our contractor on site.
Okay.
That will be available to come in and fix that repair. So if you see them out, they will have reflective gear on. Our, the village employees will be out there. Madison County will be out there, so it will be, hopefully a great event that, we don't have to make any repairs, but Also, this is a great exercise that we need to have to maintain our water distribution system. So just be in the caution for that, you know, Jack will be here to make sure that the traffic, you know, if there is any change of traffic, he's obviously aware.
Obviously, please call town hall.
Yes.
Do not take other measures. Please call town
Yes,
hall
Jack
if
will
you
be-
have issues.
Yeah, Jack will be out and about if he sees anything, and he'll let me know if anything changes. Okay, so that was one of the biggest updates that I have. The Financial Commission Committee meeting is scheduled for April the 12th at 10 a.m., and that will be housed here at Town Hall in person. Okay, so April the 12th, that was rescheduled from January, so April the 12th, in person, 10 a.m. Okay, so I didn't receive any questions or comments from council over the weekend in regards to the financial reports. I think Andy will touch on it a little bit in his finance report. Not a lot of activity, so I don't have anything real exciting to report. You know, obviously the cost of things, you know, hasn't really, you know, seen a big chunk out of our coffers here. But again, you know, we did purchase, I think I reported in our last council meeting, the membranes for the water plant. So you guys will probably be seeing that in your next council packet. But as far as the reports, the financials, again, everything is balanced under budget. Revenues are coming in, of course. We should be at the end of this month about 25%. Hopefully more than 25% in revenues, less than 25% in expenditures, which we've always governed on that, so that's always been good. Also, I will be passing around the February bank reconciliation. Everything has been balanced to the T, nothing more, nothing less. I know I always say that all the time, and balanced to the penny. So this will be circulated around as well. All of these reports are sent to the auditors. He reviews them. The month of March will probably be monitored during the April meeting. So, of course, I can't close that out until March, but everything has been balanced. So, nothing as far as reconciliation have we seen anything. Usually you'll see some, you know, checks being returned from the water department, but we are good on this month. Okay? So with that said, I don't have any additional items to talk about. So I would just ask for a motion to approve the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, payment listing report, comparison of budget and appropriated, the cash summary by fund report, your RETA report, and lastly, your bank reconciliation for February of 2022.
Yeah, I'll second.
I think I heard Joyce first.
Joyce, then David.
Okay, Joyce and then David, and roll call. Bill,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Andy,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
Okay, so I will circulate this around, if you guys can sign. There's 3 pages here. But I think that's all that I have.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to committee reports. The first one is, as you mentioned, finance. We did meet last week, the first Wednesday of the month. Basically got the budget update for the first quarter of the year to try to make sure that we're on pace, as Courtney has already said. Typically, spending is lighter in the first quarter and get some steam going in the second and third quarters, particular when the weather's good, basically. So also, we covered a little bit about the grant process and the grants that we're going out for. So council has heard multiple times that we will be applying for grants over the course of the year. And Finance Committee had an opportunity to get into those just a little bit, along with getting an update on our capital improvement plan. So fairly busy Finance Committee meeting. And the next one will be, if my calendar is right, it'll be April 6th at 3:30 in the afternoon. All right, Pleasant Township.
We met on March 7th at 7 o'clock, and they paid the bills, and then we talked about maybe getting some new stop signs of some of the crossings in the township, and that was brought up, and getting maybe the reflective type. And also there was discussion about a new tractor and mower, and it depends on their budget. And so it could happen this year, but more than likely next year. And that was about it.
Okay, great. Squad would be Rob Longcoy. Obviously, he's not with us tonight. Bill Tilley on fire.
We don't have our, meeting until the last Thursday of the month, so I've got nothing yet.
All right, thank you. Water, wastewater.
Yep, we met last week, and, we had, well, we have a couple of problem people in the community, just a few. And I did want to make sure, we talked about 3 households that wouldn't let us in. Did those letters go out for from the attorneys?
That I'm not sure, but it was delivered to the water department.
Okay, so we have a letter from our attorney that we are getting out to those 3 individuals. And other than that, Misty reported that the notices have gone down. 21 notices went out of late water bills, but there were only 2 shut off, so that's good. It's getting a little better. And then we talked a lot about the grants we're applying for. Last year, we got some money secured already that's going to go towards our water tower. And we're also applying for an EPA grant and an Army Corps grant. We'll know more in April and May if those come to fruition. So hopefully they do, and we will get working on that new water tower eventually. Let's see here. I think that might, our next meeting will be April the 6th at 7 o'clock. And
2:30?
at
April 6th.
2:30.
2:30?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
Streets, that's me. We met last Wednesday, because Wednesday is the busy day for everybody, and discussed our program for the year and how to tackle some of the street surface infrastructure issues that we've got. We have enlisted the support of an engineer to give us a surface study and to help prioritize into essentially small, medium, and large all of the surface problems which are in the village. So hopefully we get that underway here momentarily. And this was budgeted for already, so we should be pointing in the right direction for that, and that'll help us plan for the remainder of the year. We already have a beginning list of the worst, as categorized and reported to us by both our own staff and by residents. So I'm looking forward to getting pothole patching underway and seeing what we can do to do some signage upgrades as well. We did have a request to install no engine brake signs, which we approved, and if they haven't been installed, they will be. We have those in stock. And that was all we covered on streets. The next meeting will be also April 6th at 8 a.m.
In regards to that, Andy, those no engine brake signs that go up, Jack, will that be something that you'll be able to enforce? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, being a
Yeah.
village ordinance. Okay. Great.
The thing is, we gotta keep an eye on them though, because I know previous administrations had problems with people taking them.
Oh, the signs? Oh,
Well, that was the reason why they weren't up. I
Yes.
think is how they got,
Yeah.
because that ordinance was passed a long time ago.
Okay. Parks and Recs.
yes, we had an extra meeting last week. We actually held a meeting on the 2nd, and then we also had one on the 9th. And the reason for that is we've applied for a big grant. We wanted to make sure all the i's were dotted and t's crossed. And we've applied for several small grants. We talked about all of those. Most of the small grants that we applied for, we are going to try, if we are granted those, we're going to try to work that money into parks events such as our movie nights and things. So what money we get, we may have a bike theme night, and when we get those free helmets, we may buy scooters or bikes or have some other contests out there using bikes and things. So we're working on that. We are going to have movie nights again. Those dates have all been set You can put them on your calendar. They're the last Saturday of every month, May, June, July, and August. So we'll have 4 months of movie nights at Mason Park. And this year, we're going to try to have a few more attractions before the movie as well. So, so the kids can have a little bit more fun time. And let's see here. We also, one of our grants we applied for is, see if I can find it, is a Global Youth Service Day volunteer project. And if we are approved, we are going to coordinate that day with Community Cleanup Day, I believe. So, so I believe we're doing that day on the 30th of April, and we'll be reaching out to different youth groups and churches and organizations through the school to see what kids might want to help. And that's to do projects like we typically do on cleanup days, where we are planting flowers, spreading mulch, things like that, and the kids get their community service and things like that out of it. So we are applying for a grant to help to get some of the supplies for that. So hopefully that does work out. And like everything, we just wait and see what they tell us. Hopefully here in a couple weeks we'll know. And our next meeting is April the 6th at 7 o'clock.
Great. I believe we also have a donation which is being made to the village specifically for the Park and Recs Fund.
Yes.
And that is I'd like a motion to accept a $200 donation from Cecilia Anderson. Very generous. Thank you very much for that.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Becky?
Second.
All right, Bill?
And again, that's a motion to allow this to be only expended by the Parks and Rec Fund
Yep.
and accepted for revenues by the Park and Rec. I have Becky as first and Bill as second. Joyce?
Roll call vote. Thank you.
Becky?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes?
David?
Yes.
And Bill?
Yes.
All right, motion is passed. All right, Records Retention Committee did meet last Friday at 8 a.m. We continue the process of going through and categorizing the village's records, so we keep plowing through on that. We will be meeting again, let's see, let me make sure, April 8th at 8 a.m. Same deal. Nuisance and abatement, Joyce.
Thank you. The Nuisance and Abatement Committee met on March 9th, and we went over the following, and it's lengthy, so I apologize. We got a lot accomplished, I feel, but to recap it, we mapped out areas on the maps that Courtney was kind enough to make us copies. So all of the committee members will be getting a copy of that. We recapped some old and new violations with Courtney, and right now we're looking at 3 violations, of which 1 is zoning and 2 are trash. And all 3 have been addressed, and a deadline has been given for the resolution. I also challenged the committee to think about our mission for the committee. I think we do need a mission statement. I'm hoping that they come back with some really good ideas. We also are going to be reviewing an ordinance at every meeting. And it's been brought to our attention that some of the ordinances that we have might not fit the village needs anymore. They might need rephrased, updated in some respect. So everyone's going to bring back their ideas and thoughts on an ordinance, and we're going to try to see what we can do to make that updated, if you will. So other than that, that's pretty much what we had going into the community cleanup, and I know it's been referenced as a day. It's actually going to be over a period of 3 days. We have decided April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. And we're going to break it down slightly different than what we have in the past. The points I want to make, first of all, is, as Becky mentioned, Mercy has applied for a grant. And that grant, we're pending a response from that. That grant, is my understanding, will go to hopefully purchase flowers for the village. Our mulch, Courtney also got our mulch donated by a local, I believe he's a contractor. So more information to follow at a later date. The drinking water, I'll specify drinking for Courtney, is not to give her a heart attack. The drinking water is also being donated, thank you. I still need to find someone to donate snacks for Friday and Saturday, such as granola bars or something energy related, if you will. We again thank J&J CompuStitch, Mick Phillips, for donating the banner that will hang at Town Hall. We're going to make it a little bit differently this time. I haven't really discussed this in detail with him, but I'm hoping we can make it so that we can reuse it every year and just plug in updated dates. It would just be easier,
Wonderful.
and that way we don't have to keep churning out a banner every year. We're going to create some flyers. We're going to disperse them at the local businesses. We're going to put them pretty much any place that's public that has an open door. We're going to get those handed out. The Nazarene Church has kindly reactivated their www.gomountsterling.com webpage. And what this webpage is going to do, it's going to enable anyone in the village that goes to that website can sign up for a trash pickup or something, a bulk pickup of some kind other than appliances. We don't do appliances. We don't do tires. We don't do paint. I think there was one other thing Courtney told me that we did not pick up. So anyway, any chemical things. So that's kind of neat that they were able to reactivate that for us. Misty is also adding the GoMountSterling.com website on the, I believe, on the bottom of the water bills that are going to go out in March and in April. I think she's going to be able to get them out in April in time to get that on there. We're going to be checking on the donation of the dumpsters. We have 2 gentlemen locally that have been kind enough in the past to donate those dumpsters, so we'll take care of that. There's going to be a sign-up sheet here at Town Hall. The nuisance committee, along with myself, will take the lead on reaching out to the community to see who might be in need of help removing the furniture, the mattresses, the trash pickup, the tree trimming. So we would like to get this all scheduled for our teams. So when they come in, we can give them a task sheet and assign, I think Courtney mentioned it was in zones, kind of, so we're not tripping over one another. So I want to just discuss real briefly in regards to the 3 days. We're going to phase this. We are talking to the powers that be at Madison Plains, and they're going to reach out to their seniors to see what seniors would like to, don't they get some kind of points, community service points or something, see if there's any need for that. And the seniors usually come on that Friday, and they do what I have been referring to as the beautification of Mount Sterling. They will do the gazebo, town hall, and the community center, and Megan has graciously volunteered to do lunch for them on Friday. Is that correct?
We're looking into that part.
We're looking into that part, I
Yes.
apologize,
Yep.
okay.
But she's agreed that she will have tasks for them.
Okay, good, good. So Megan will take the lead on that, once they're finished with town hall and the gazebo. Then on Saturday, we're going to recruit some strong men and some teams to go through the task list and start picking up things in their trucks and trailers or whatever, and getting those things disposed of. The garage, is that what it's called?
Service
The
garage.
The service garage will be open during the hours that we're doing pickups, and then locked up for the night. And then on Sunday, this is when the First Church of the Nazarene will sponsor the On Mission Sunday. And what they will do is they will recruit families from their church, they will provide lunch, and they will be targeting the endpoints coming into town on 56 and on 62. They will also do Meadowview, along with helping us complete our task lists of trash, furniture, mattresses, tree trimming as designated on the task list. And I think that's all.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's a lot of
All right,
information.
it's a lot of good stuff coming out of that
I
committee.
think it's a lot, that's why I wanted to
It's
cover
a-
it, I'm kind of excited.
and folks need to know it as early as possible, to
Yes.
get those things ready to rumble
Yes.
for you and get them
Yes.
reported in.
Anyone that wants to volunteer their time.
Absolutely.
truck, Water, not water, we're taking, water's taken care of.
Drinking water.
Drinking water's taken care of.
I love what Joyce brought up too, when the church can work with the community too. And it's, like Joyce has been on the board before, it's a good thing how we all work together like that.
It's amazingly rewarding, and Mount Sterling is tremendously improved by just going through it just once a year, and we're able to do it oftentimes twice a year. So this is a really cool event. So thank you all for organizing all that.
Did you guys want to make a motion to allow that to happen as an event for April the 29th, the 30th, and May the 1st?
If we're set for the dates,
Yes, we're set for the dates.
okay, cool. Do I hear a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Joyce, and then David?
David? Okay.
Do
All
a
right,
roll call
Joyce?
vote?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
And Andy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and put that on our website too.
All right, safety block watch.
I wish I had something to give you, as yet I still have yet to be able to get,
You need one more. You
still
one
need
more
at least one
volunteer.
more.
Okay. So this is a
I have
general call to public. Raise your hand, we need you.
Yeah.
Talk to Bill Tilley about volunteering for his safety committee. Please do. We want your involvement, your feedback.
We already got Mick.
We're looking.
Hey, Mick, you
But,
feel like a
but
lone
please raise
ranger,
your
don't
hand.
you?
Call Courtney, call me, call Bill Tilley. Let us get you involved and plugged in. Please, please, please consider serving. All right, we'll look forward to that. Planning and zoning, nothing really to report on planning and zoning, other than we will not be having a meeting tomorrow night. We have no variances and no updates, so we're using time wisely. So that takes us to ordinances and resolutions. We only have one resolution tonight, Resolution 2022-02. So say that one 10 times fast. A resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance policy. Can I have a motion to put that on the first reading? We're going to do these all on 3 readings, so no emergencies tonight. Can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Bill
Nope, nope.
Second.
and
Okay. Bill
Becky.
was first, okay.
And Becky.
And Becky was second. Okay, roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Andy?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
And Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, that's passed on the first reading.
Great. Takes us to roundtable.
Oh, on roundtable night, I'd like to bring this up. This is National Red Cross Month in March, and we don't realize how much the Red Cross means, from earthquakes to your apartment house being on fire, how they're there to help you. And Red Cross right now is in need of a lot of blood. We've had the pandemic and people wouldn't come, and if you ever get a chance to donate some blood and help them, and it's so many things the Red Cross does. I know for the military, the Red Cross helps a lot. So just want to get that plug in for the Red Cross.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I just want to mention, I know when I asked for permission for some of the events at a meeting a time back or two, Mr. Corbin of the Masons did come to our chamber meeting last week, and he's going to come. He couldn't come tonight, but probably next meeting, and ask for a road closure for the haunted house. I do know the haunted house will be the 28th, 29th, and 30th. It'll be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like they did it before. And I think the hours have even stayed the same. But he felt it was really important. Last year was the first year he asked for the road closure, but I think he came and talked to us about it. And I know he's talked several times since then to some of us about that people like flying through those cones and things. He was hoping that for all of our events with the road closures that we get some better barriers. He said, because if Kelly Sparks wouldn't have been there one day, somebody would have gotten hit. She jumped in front of the car. He just requested that, you know, we might start thinking about some better barriers, even if it's straw bales. And Nicole Reiterman said she'd be happy to provide some of those, just so there's not gaps in some of the cones and stuff. So, but I know he will be coming to council, so we have been assured though, and so all the children will know now that they're gonna commit to that haunted house again, and it'll be bigger and better. And it's gonna be free again. So, he wanted me to make sure everybody knew that. So that is coming. So last year it was a really big event. So just wanted to throw that out there. I know, it seems like a long way off, but those of us that plan a lot of these events, it takes a lot of planning. So he's starting on it now.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
How many times this year are they anticipating wanting to close the road?
We are closing them once for a street market. We're closing them for Summer Jam, and that's a 3-day event. The street market is only a partial day. The Summer Jam is a 3-day event, but there'll be a day before and a day after, 2 of partial closing. And then Christmas in the Village is a 1-day event. And then now Mr. Corbin will be asking, and I'm not sure how much of the section, if it'll be the same small section as last year, that will be a 3-day event. And he did say, you know, trick or treat falls on the 31st on a Monday this year. And council has typically, we have always, for the last several years, went with the 31st, no matter what day it falls on. Like we did last year, it was a Sunday. So this year, it's kind of nice. His event will be over and gone off the street before, the day before the trick-or-treaters, because last year we had a little conflict of them not getting off the streets quite in time and stuff. So that's it. There's only one street market and then a couple of, you know, the Summer Jam, Christmas in the Village, and then the haunted house.
Becky, on the 4th of July parade, is that gonna be in the morning or in the afternoon? Have they
That,
decided?
yes, the 4th of July parade will be on the 4th, and I believe the parade starts at 10. I know Tom's gonna reach out to the sheriff's department. We've decided to make it even a longer parade route because some of the people in the retirement home wanted to make sure they got to see it and things. So Tom's working on just a little bit longer route. And that won't be a road closure, it'll be a rolling closure like we talked about. But there will be some no parking that day that we will notify the community of, you know, just for a few hours for the floats and things.
My only concern with the stronger barriers, we can't move them for church on Sunday. And we have to have something that's easy to move so we can park in front of the church.
Yeah.
Well, most of these events, I don't think one of them's on a Sunday, except for the Halloween one. But they
Yeah.
should be gone before daylight.
Yeah, the only one I think that is on a Sunday is his last day of the Halloween one. And we were real, I feel like we were really good to the church last year. We made sure they got moved
Nick and
for
I did
Sunday
it.
morning. Okay, well, I know a couple of council people volunteered to help do it. So we'll make sure, you know, that is, because we know you have a few spaces there that need,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Anything else on roundtable?
Well, I wanna reach out. The American Legion celebrated their 100th birthday last night. I almost forgot. It's been 100 years and my father was one of the founding members from WW2 when it started in the village, so
Oh, that's wonderful.
wanted to bring that out. We had a big supper last night.
American Legion is a great organization, one of the most generous organizations to our community, and I will say, they just donated another big check that'll be going to Park soon. So, they're very generous. Anytime you need something, reach out to the American Legion.
Well, that's good to know since nuisance doesn't
Yes.
have any money.
Reach out to them.
Okay, thanks.
I've got no budget either on mine.
There.
Anything else for roundtable? All right, that's all of our official business for the evening. Unless anyone has anything else, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Where would I catch him at during the day? Would he be right across our houses there?
Okay.
Drives the gray van.
Okay.
Gray van?
And then, so